Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of the Fireblade Resurrection. Today we're back at the Stairway to Heaven, where we've got a whole bunch of parts lined up with a couple of surprises at the top I want to show you today. And I thought we'd recap of all the parts we've collected so far, plus a couple of more I've added in the last week or two. And majority of the video is going to be spent on the secret up at the top, the surprise, and we'll save that for a little bit later. So let's recap real quick on what we've collected so far. Today, got in a couple tires for the red bike, a set of Michelin Pilot Powers, 190 for the rear, 120 for the front. This was $120, $100 for the front. Pretty good deal if you ask me. This is the Pilot Power 3, the next generation from the one I have on the red bike. So I'm eager to try this one out and see how it is. Now, remember from last time, I got the original OEM lower link for the rear suspension, so we can get it back up to the proper height. And then I got an OEM set of rear sets in pretty good condition, and they came with the rear caliper and the master reservoir. So we'll just bleed it and put some new pads in it and clean it up, and we'll have nice OEM rear sets. I figured these were about $100, I believe. So not bad for a set. And then my exhaust was a $150 eBay special, unbranded. Has, I think, a real carbon fiber tip. Came with a hanger. I bought an exhaust gasket for it. I'm not sure if mine or the other one, there's two different types, and one needs a gasket for the collector. So I just went ahead and got one. It's cheap. We'll see if I need it. Then I went ahead and picked up an ECU cover for the blue bike. It's missing on the blue bike, and that's a very cheap little piece of plastic that's doing a very important job. It's covering all the wiring and circuitry, and you need to have that. So I went on eBay, found a used one for like $10. There's not many of those left, but this one's in great shape, so I'm glad I found that. And then I bought a set of Shogun frame sliders again. So these are going to be for the blue bike, but I might go ahead and buy another set for the red bike, because the cheap carbon fiber looking ones that I have on there now, the bolt is a lot thinner on those. So I might go ahead and buy another set of Shogun frame sliders and put on the red bike. They worked good the first time, so we'll just stick with them, I think. And then for spark plugs, I got two sets for both bikes. First time in 30,000 miles. Figure it's time, right? I'm on the forums on fireblades.org. You can look me up. I'm Fuego Blade. Fuego as in Spanish for fire. And I looked on all the posts about 929 spark plugs, and they said just get these. So trusting them. When I think these were like $50 for both. Not bad, I think. And then one of those, what is that, rubber bands for under the trunk, inside the trunk, for your paperwork or your gloves. The blue bike was missing that. Real cheap, but handy little thing, so glad they still make those. And then I got this a long time ago, but we're definitely going to need this soon, because when we raise the bike back up, the kickstand that's on it is cut and re-welded. So that kickstand is going to be useless. So I went ahead and I bought one of these on eBay for like $20, I think. It's in perfect condition, except, the bottom's a little worn, of course. But when we get the bike back up, we'll have the proper kickstand for it. I spent a little bit more money than last time and got the black original. It's the same brand as the original. They're just new old stock, or whatever you want to call these. But they're basically the OEM mirrors for the Fireblade. So the ones I got were carbon fiber last time, and they were like $15 cheaper, but I think they're the same MGO brand. So you guys decide if you want the black. You can get those for $15 more, or you could do the carbon fiber ones like I did on the other bike and save some money. But I think it's the exact same mirrors otherwise. So that's pretty cool. And then I got a bunch of grips. I got 2 sets. Both bikes are going to need them. And then I got an extra grip when I got the throttle sleeve, the plastic throttle sleeve. The blue bike has a lot of damage on this side. It's all cracked and chipped up. I think he dropped it without a bar end on it. So we're definitely going to need to replace that. And it's really cool. It comes with a grip on it. And then I got a left switch. This is high beam, low beam turn signals. And 2 OEM bar ends. But I really like those Delrin Shogun ones. So I might get another set and just keep those as spares. I got a right switch. This is the kill switch, start switch. I got 2 OEM air filters for both bikes. Again, first time in 30,000 miles. It's nice to change those. A pair of throttle cables and a clutch cable for the blue bike. So those will be brand new. A new clutch lever perch for the blue bike. And new clutch lever. And a couple spares in case I have some oofs. And a bunch of barrel adjusters and hardware. And then some more hardware. And then fork seals. So again, for the first time in 30,000 miles, the blue bike will have fresh fork seals and fresh fluid. And then, at the top of the stairs, we have some oil. So Honda oil for the red bike with a Honda filter, Honda cover, and a gasket. So we'll fix the oof, and it'll be like it never happened. Got a little funnel with it and some gloves and crush washers, and should be pretty easy. And when the blue bike comes around to needing its oil change, we'll just get another filter and set of oil and do the same thing. We'll probably go with a new stator and a rectifier just because. I mean, the one on the red bike went out a few thousand miles ago, and I just don't trust the original ones for that long, so I'll go ahead and get a new stator and rectifier when we do the oil change on the blue bike. And then I got a gasket for a fuel tank, which we'll look at in a second, with the bolts for it. A reservoir for the front brake fluid with the hardware for the cover. My bike just needs it, and I probably should have gotten 2 because the blue bike's going to need that soon too. But for now, that's some upgrades for the red bike, and that way we'll have new, fresh pads and fluid in the red bike, and then I'll do the same process for the blue bike in about a couple months. And then the main attraction of today's video are the 2 sets of plastics that came in. Hooray! So 4 months later, from China, $380 each, I have 2 sets of 929 plastics. Now, these are both an OEM paint scheme. One of them is the red and black to go with the red bike that I have. It's the exact same set again. Now, this set is red, white, and blue, and I could only find one seller on AliExpress that made this color scheme. And the reason why I had to go with this was because I have a couple of new gas tanks. So I've got another red and black gas tank. When I got my red bike, by the way, guys, it had a big dent in the tank from the previous owner. He had a couple crashes. So I've been putting up with it for a couple years now, but I think it's time we go ahead and fix that oof, because that's a little bit, he must have rolled it over with no pegs on it, and it really did a number on it. So that's definitely a good reason to use frame sliders. We're going to go ahead and do the tank swaps when we do the plastic swaps. And it's pretty easy, straightforward. I got the gasket for this one. I'll just have to get another gasket set for that one so we can replace the petcock and all the fuel delivery stuff. And we'll swap the keys over on both so we don't have to carry 2 different keys. And should be good to go. If anyone's wondering, I spent $200 on, well, about 200, I think a little more than 200 on this one, and I think about 200 for that one on eBay. I just waited around until they came up. Neither one has rust. This one is the same American paint scheme. This one is that European paint scheme that doesn't have the wings on the side. It has like a Zorro swoosh on the side. For the price, I just had to get it, but I should have looked to see if there was plastics available first, but I'm really glad I found a place. Alright guys, I switched over to the tripod so you don't get the shaky hand effect. Sorry if there was a bunch of shakiness earlier. Hopefully we're in one piece and everything looks good. So here we go. So right away I can see some heat shielding. Let's see if I can get you guys in here. Okay, there we go. So, heat shielding for sure. Lower cowl. Looks just like mine. I'm okay with that. Side panel. So, there you got a single pass inside and then a double pass or a triple pass on the other side. Hopefully, right? Yeah, oh, here we go. So this is actually the European ones. Now, the European one is red, white with a little bit of blue on the bottom. And it's kind of a rare paint scheme because normally you'll see the wings on the side, right? All those tanks and everything on eBay are usually the wings. Well, this one requires that special tank for this little wisp, or whatever you want to call this swoosh, comes up and connects with the tank. So, kind of a rare paint scheme. This actually looks really good. As far as the color goes, sticker placement, all that, a little bit of a paint chip, or maybe that's just some garbage in the clear coat or something there. But otherwise, that's fine. They feel pretty sturdy. I can definitely tell a difference in thickness from the OEM ones, but maybe a little bit more brittle after a few years in the sun too, right? But for half the price, I can buy another set of these in a few years and keep on trucking. So it's up to you guys how you want to do it. For me, I didn't really have a choice because of this color scheme I wanted to do, but I'm happy with that so far. You can definitely tell the difference on the inside. Single pass over a white. You even see some of the white down there, right? So, but they did a good job on where it matters. So, fades from white into silver. Nice. I like it. Let's see if the other side is the same way. Nice. Other side, even better. Has tabs all in good condition. Again, it's that single pass. You can see the white around all the tabs. Tabs do feel sturdy though. Even that top tab. Yep. Sticker placement looks good. They're going to come together on the upper cowl. Fireblade will come together, obviously, with all the rest of the graphic. A little bit of a scuff in the clear coat from rubbing from shipping, but I can deal with that. Looks pretty good to me, guys. I like it. Double bubble windscreen. Clear one. I'm pretty sure I asked for clear because I already have the tinted ones on both bikes. So it'll be nice to just have clear spares, like you have clear lens spares on your helmets, right? And then the filler panels for the lower cowls, right? Inners. Pretty generic. These doesn't really matter. All the black bits down in there, they don't really matter because You can get these all day long on eBay in the black colorway or used. There's a lot of these floating around. And same with these bits, the filler bits. These parts go around the gas tank underneath your handlebars up to the front, right? These you can find on eBay all day long, but they're nice to have in a kit. Nice finish, matte finish. Now here's an important piece. The tail. More filler bits. Maybe some hardware in there. I like that. Now this, again, the European paint scheme. One of the only ones with blue. So they've done the first pass blue on it. Not bad. All the tabs look okay. And then the outside. Now see, here's the other difference. On the European one, it says CBR RR. And on the American one, it says 929 RR. So a little bit different there, but I like this. Looks good. And again, a little bit of rub there. Oh, I might well clean that off. That's just for packaging. The white into silver fade on both sides. Sticker placement looks good. Again, I'm pretty happy with that. Tail looks good. Honda sticker placement looks good. I like it. Then the front fender. Again, with the front fender, you have a single pass, which, you know, you're not really going to see it. I think it'll be okay. And the top looks really good again. Nice smooth red. All the tabs are intact. Mine on my red bike has this tab broken, and I've had to make one with a little metal extension, erector set style. So it'll be nice to have both sets with all nice fresh plastics that don't rattle and jiggle. Looks good. And next, the other important part, the upper cowl. And there's our tank guard. Nice. Okay, sorry, get a bunch of crap out of the way. There's the upper cowl. Looks really good from the outside. You have your holes drilled for bolts. Those look pretty good. Lower one's a little bit rough, but I can deal with that. You can see the way the stickers are going to go across. Those look good. Everything's intact. Both sides look good. Yeah, you can really tell on the inside with the single pass here. You know, a lot of white down there. Other side as well. But they got it where it matters. Looks good to me. A little rough up in there, but all this will be covered. And on the red bike, this tab, this central tab that goes to the Y pillar, that is broken. So my red bike, whole front end rattles, and I hate it. So getting the other set and this piece fixed is going to be a big deal. Next are the lower fairings. All the tabs are intact. Nice. Good sticker placement. Silver looks good. Blue looks really good. I'm really going to like this, guys. You don't see many of these, so really happy with that. And the final piece is the opposite side. Hopefully looks just as good. And if so, I'm calling this one a success, guys. Yep, all tabs intact. Blue looks good. Nice and smooth. A little bit of dust on it. I think that looks pretty good, guys. I'm happy with that. Yeah, good choice. I will put the link in the description for these guys. And I think there might be two different shops, but they're worded about the same. So it might be the exact same shop running two different operations. So Not sure, but I'll put the links for both the sellers on AliExpress that I got these from. Okay guys, hopefully that's lined up enough. Lining up all these plastics is always a big hassle, but hopefully the lighting is okay for you guys too, so you can see the color on everything. And you know, I'm pretty happy with all this, guys. You know, 380, just a little bit of wait time, and a brand new bike. And it's gonna be a bit of a rare bike. You can see the red is the main color scheme on the sides, and then on the belly and the tail will be the dark midnight blue, which will match the wing stickers on the gas tank that I have. So really cool paint scheme. Really excited to get this all together. And now we'll go ahead and open up the hopefully red and black plastics that will hopefully be as good a quality as these are. Okay, now for the second set. And you can see why I need a big space like this upstairs spare bedroom to take all these out of the boxes and lay everything out. So this should be the red and black set. Always cut away from yourself. Okay, let's get you guys in here again. Okay, so first, the heat shielding again. Glad they include that. We'll put that on the sides, underneath the side fairings for the engine heat, right? And then one of the side panels. Okay, all the tabs look intact. Corners look okay. Yep, nice red and black glossy finish. Tabs look good. Sticker looks good. Again, it matches over the upper cowl, so hopefully those will line up when we put it all together. Happy with that finish. They feel pretty substantial, you know, these are actually pretty good. Each one will get a rubber grommet, so every spot we can find we'll put a rubber grommet on it just to give it as much of a chance as possible, but I'm actually pretty happy for $380 and all the extra bits that come with it. I'm pretty happy with these. I forgot to show you on the other set, but if we swing around, the color matches pretty much identically on the tank. And on the other set as well, it's a slight difference, right? It's a little bit lighter on the European color scheme, and I think they nailed it. I think that's basically it. So, a little bit different, not much, but just enough to tell. Lower cowl again, pretty generic. All tabs are in good shape. Extra bits. Extra bits. Another tank pad. You know, just generic carbon fiber. Pretty thin, but hey, better than nothing and free, basically. So, now this one I did get tinted. That's right. I got one clear one and one tinted one. Both double bubble. And I have that on my red bike now, so definitely makes a difference. I like it. Can still see through it though, just like a tinted visor on a helmet. So one for daytime, one for nighttime. How about that? A daytime bike, nighttime bike. More filler bits. And again, you can see it's a single pass on the inside, but that's pretty even and uniform actually. So pretty good. Just, you know, if you see down on the inside, it's a little bit of white. Kind of rough, but the outside, man, that's really good. Yep, that's how it's supposed to be. The white sticker, 929 RR, and then darker blood red color. Now, it's not quite the same as the original, right? So, on the original, the tips come up and closer. They come around and hug the tail a little bit more, but I'm okay with that. That is as good as it gets. A little bit of goober there, that's fine, but yeah, I've never had a bike with a good tail that's in an immaculate shape, so this will be a first. A little bit more gunk, just dirt, but yeah, I'm happy with that. The tips are in good shape, tabs are in good shape, color looks good, stickers look good. I'm happy with this. Filler pieces for the gas tank, those look good again, pretty generic pieces. Front fender, they did a really good job on packaging, by the way. I want to say both sets seem to be packaged almost identically, which again makes me think that this is the same seller, just under two different names. So keep that in mind when you're shopping. Yeah, the single pass is pretty evident there, but the tabs look like they're in good shape. Top looks very good. That dark blood red, that Honda red. Yeah. Happy with that. The other side fairing. They went heavy on the black on the underside of this one. That actually looks more like the original. The OEM ones are kind of like a black first and then they're coated red, so except for right there on that tab, but no big deal, right? It's backside. All the tabs look good, all the corners look good. Color looks good. Again, the sticker is going to come over and match onto that. Tabs look good there. I'm happy with that, guys. And then we'll go ahead and do the upper cowl. So again, the single pass still looks good. Just a little wispy in the corners and the crevices. It's fine. All the tabs look good. Everything looks straight. Stickers look good. Color looks good. A little bit of gunk. Yeah, again, we're going to have to clean these up. They got a little bit of dirt and debris on them, but otherwise, yeah, sticker looks good there. Sticker looks good over there. I like it. I'm pretty happy with these guys. And it looks like they did paint it black. It was white. Left that tab. Otherwise, the underside for a single pass looks pretty good. There's that nice glossy finish. This one doesn't have any stickers on it, but the other side does. Happy with that. This one should have a Honda logo on the other side. This single pass looks really good on this side again, only in the crevices. So really good job giving it a full coat on the inside. Nice, clean, centered, nice even glossy paint. All the tabs look good. I'm really happy with these. I mean, if you go on any other site, they're $600 a set, and you might not get hardware or windscreen or tank pad. So I'm pretty happy with this set, guys. $380 from AliExpress. Again, I'll put the seller in the description, or sellers if there's two. So definitely consider these guys. I think it's worth it. If you can wait around, maybe order them over the winter, I think it's worth the money you're going to save, because even if the tabs do break over a few years because of heat and brittleness, a couple set of these for the price of one, and maybe one panel breaks, I mean, hey, you guys do the math. But I'm pretty happy with my investment here. That pretty much wraps up the video today, guys. I thought just go through both these sets with you on camera, show you live reaction, how it came from China. And I think they did a pretty good job for the price, for the amount of time it took to get here. If you guys can put up with a few months, I think you're going to get a good quality product. And we'll see you on the next installment when we put some of those parts on and get closer to putting these plastics and these tanks on and having 2 new bikes. And the next step, we're going to have to register the blue bike and do all the legal work that comes with that. So we'll need turn signals and the license plate bracket and all that stuff put together. I've ordered a headlight and a tail light for the blue bike. So when those come in, we'll have all the parts we need to put the plastics on. But we do need to dig in once we have the plastics off and see what the radiator leak is about and what a few other little problems that might be underneath the plastics are about. So we'll dig into the blue bike deeper next time. But until then, thanks for hanging out with me. We'll talk to you guys next time.